good morning. You're listening to TK in the AM on Bonfire Radio, broadcasting live from the Vasquez building in Bushwick, New York. It is Affirmation Friday. What are you affirming for yourself, your family, friends, and community?
Comunidad.
Good comunidad. Biblioteca.
Oh,
Yo, so we're here.
We are.
Good morning. Friday.
Good morning.
We made it. Nigga, we made it.
Woo.
Yes.
Yeah, how are you? You seem turned.
Yeah, I had a good
for
night.
the morning.
I went out last night, met some educators and shit. That was fun.
Oh, you out here hanging out with, okay.
Yo, you know what? Because guess what? I'm in education again.
Yay!
So, you know what was crazy last night? I was sitting down and I was talking to all these people about, working with the kids and whatnot. And then I realized how much experience I do actually have working with kids.
Yeah.
I worked in a number of
Out,
programs.
man.
Nah, never did. But it takes you to kind of revisit to go, wow, dang, I work with these teenagers. I work with the little kids. I broke them apart. They bled on me. They fought.
Right.
I fed kids, you know what I mean? I took care of them. And then I started thinking about...
You're caring, motherfucker.
Yo, it's important. I think, some people don't have the same experiences when it comes to, their dealings with children. Like, you might even work with children, whatever, but to have a relationship with multiple kids, like parents, like those parents come in and they confide in you outside of what they're already dealing with. Because sometimes you might be working in a program, but the program is not the greatest program.
Right.
But they see that you take extra care and that you actually care about their kids, and then let you know about that. And I just thought about that yesterday. Like, yo, I've done some things with the children, man.
Affirmation Friday,
shit, man.
So let's clap you up, educator ass.
Yeah, but we were talking about that stuff, and for a while I was like, I don't want to do nothing with any kids because I'm trying to get my shit together, like my personal whatever. So it's very important that you be prepared for them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I am prepared for them now. I'm in a really good place to work with the kids.
Good.
The youth them. For real, they so smart.
How else? What else is going on with you? You went places yesterday.
I went to DJ Con. I stopped in Harlem for a minute.
Yes, tell us about that.
And shout out to Priest and shout out to Kwame
of Equilibrium Radio, which is on.
It was a DJ marathon.
That's hot.
So they're out here really trying to break records with back-to-back DJs. So they were going for 125 or 145 something yesterday. When I got there was they have there's a little space right beside the Apollo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they had some shit going on in the back, like some lights and stuff. I think they were taking photos. It was some craziness.
They doing it, repping for the DJs, yo.
It was really crazy. And they had but they had the marathon numbers on.
Yeah, because they was trying to get the world record.
Yeah. I came in there and then Priest was like, yeah, go to back, talk to the dude with the polo on. Niggas is trying to make me DJ. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm just here,
you a different
Bonfire
kind of DJ.
Radio. Not today. I'm not here to.
Yeah.
I'm not here for that today. Oh, they were going to give me the number and shit.
Oh, you wasn't ready.
The marathon
You know who
number.
was ready?
Who was ready?
I saw that chat roommate Queen Cash went.
Oh, what?
She's a DJ. I
saw DJ Lisa T and
M-Try went. Mm-hmm. I saw J Monopoly, our very own J Monopoly. He killed.
Oh, word?
Killed it.
For real?
We out here. Yeah. So
That's
know what?
Up.
OG Intern, besides you went.
Yeah.
OG Intern was on deck.
He was there later in the evening.
For Bonfire Radio. So he got a little bit of, so if you want some energy and whatnot, we got a little energy for you. This is a little sound bites from DJ Con, Rapper Con.
Okay.
And they're going to be doing some work and bringing Rapper Con to the masses in spring 2016.
Okay.
Well,
the Rapathon.
Rapper Con.
Rapper Con.
Yeah.
And DJ Con.
Yes.
That was DJ Con, yes.
All right. So, hold up. This is OG Intern's foray into
media doing
what we do.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back. You're listening to TK in the AM. Check out this clip from DJ Con last night. Shout out to Omari, a.k.a. OG Intern. I need all the affirmations today. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I need all the affirmations.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the affirmations.
Well, you know what? Today, you're not just stuck with our voices.
No.
We have a guest.
I was tired of hearing my damn voice.
Yeah.
Shout out to D-Lo.
What's up?
You're here. Welcome.
D-Lo's in the building.
I'm finally here, man.
I know.
I'm finally here.
Welcome to the show. D-Lo is a photographer. D-Lo is a entrepreneur. D-Lo is a... You be motivating, low-key. Do you know that?
I just speak from the heart. That's all I do. I don't know how people really take it. I don't get a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Really?
But I just keep pushing
That's
it.
how it be out
keep
here.
pushing it because I was
It
like,
be like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I need something today. I said, who is like
Charged up.
exactly? I was like, who's charged up?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I'm glad y'all look at what I do like that.
We
Yeah,
are,
man,
we are
pay
out
attention.
here.
But now, because we seen you come out here in a short amount of time, you done more than most people been doing for like 5-10 years. So, hey, there.
And we'll discuss all that. So you're here. You're going to
Thank you.
just freestyle with us. We're going to do a little news and stuff. You know how we do.
Yes.
Okay.
Glad to be a part of it.
And then we'll
Don't
talk
know where
about,
it's going to go.
We don't know. We
Nah,
don't know.
yeah.
Nervous as hell. No.
And, you know, it's Affirmation Friday. I need all that energy.
Yeah.
And let's do it. So we're going to go into...
Power Hour song.
Yes. What's the Power Hour song of the day?
Come on, man. It's time for some DMX. It's been a minute since we've been there.
All right. Yeah, let's
But where
go
my
there.
dogs at?
Affirmation Friday, TK in the AM, Bonfire Radio.
Right here, dog. Where my dogs at? Right here, dog. What must I go through to show you shit is real? And I ain't really never gave a fuck how niggas feel. Rob and I steal, not cause I want to, cause I have to. And don't make me show you what the Mac do. If you don't know by now, then you slip. I'm on some bullshit that's got me jacking niggas flipping. Let my man in them stay pretty, but I'm gonna stay shitty. Cruddy, it's all for the money. Is you with me? Get the bitches, now I'll commit the crime. And when it's on, we transform like Optimus Prime. Out on the head, roll out, let's make it happen. If we ain't gon' get it with them, we'll take it cap. Bustin' off, dustin' off, the softest niggas. Money with the biggest mouth, yo, let's off this nigga. Come on, this nigga never made a sound. Breathe too fucking hard and you get me bust down.
Yeah, y'all niggas wanna be killers.
Get at me, dog.
Y'all niggas wanna fill us.
Get at me, dog.
Y'all niggas want the ring.
Get at me, dog.
What? Yeah.
With the dirt.
Y'all niggas wanna be killers.
Get at me, dog.
Y'all niggas wanna fill us.
Get at me, dog.
Y'all niggas want the ring.
Get at me, dog.
What? Yeah.
Now it is, it ain't looking too good for certain niggas. Some hurting niggas. What you doing? Robbing niggas, jerking niggas, sticking niggas, cause they deserve it. When money got murdered, they know he died slow, cause they hurt it. The nigga ain't blew up the spot in a while, and the motherfucker ain't got shot in a while.
You know?
Just takes a light up to fuck the night up. Blow everything in sight up. Fuck around and I have your ass right up. And it makes it some shit you wasn't able to stand. I got shit that'll disable a man with a wave of the hand. The days are longer and it seems like I'm facing time. I've got a lot of dreams, but I'm not really chasing mine. I soak it all up like a sitting fly. Nowadays, getting by is nothing more than occasional meal and getting high. I live to die, that's where I'm headed. Let your man hold something. Now it's all about you can get it.
Y'all niggas wanna be killers.
Get at me, dog.
Y'all niggas wanna fill us.
Get at me, dog.
Y'all niggas want the ring.
Get at me, dog.
What?
Put the dick. One in the back, let your faggot ass face down. Lucky that you breathing, but you dead from the waist down. Fuck is on your mind. Talking that shit that you be talking. And I bet you wish you never got hit, cause you be walking. But shit happens and fuck it. You done did your dirt. Niggas just wondering how the fuck you hit your skirt right under their eyes. That's a surprise to the guy. And one of they man was a bitch in disguise. Fucking with cats that order more hits and slaughter more kids. Let me holler at you, young at Baltimore shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm just robbing to eat. And there's at least 1,000 of us like me mobbing the street. When we starve and we eat, whatever's there. Come on, you know the code in the street, whatever's fair. Blood stains and chalk means your man couldn't walk after the talk about him not being on 1133 to New York. Transforming ass niggas will get it quick. And yo, for real, that nigga K can suck my dick. And it's gonna take all these niggas in the rap game to barely move me. Cause when I blow shit up, I have niggas falling like white bitches in a scary movie. Ah, you know I don't know how to act. Get too close to niggas, it's like protected by Viper. Stand back. What's that? I thought you niggas was killers, demented. Fuck you want me to do with this coward? Finish them and send it.
Ooh.
TK and AM Bonfire Radio. Get at me, dog.
Damn. Power Hour song of the day. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. It's your girl TK. Conscious is here. D-Lo is here. We're going to do some news you could use. We're just going to jump into it. Shout out to OG Intern here in spirit, but with the ill sound bites. Yo, so check, check. Okay? I want to come back with some updates on the whole Syrian refugee situation and America. And I told y'all, we discussed it on Wednesday.
Oh, 5 Syrians. Did you see that hashtag the other day?
No. What is that?
Man. Son, it just was, I didn't know what I was looking at. It was 5 Syrians. So go ahead and just go into your news.
Okay. So yesterday, because in the wake of all these 31 states, not yesterday, Wednesday, in the wake of these 31 states that think they're so special, that think that Syrian refugees or any refugee is going to come and take their land and their jobs and endanger their lives, right? Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that you have to go through as a refugee. It's the hardest thing to do, to come to America, to be as a refugee. Like, it's like the hardest level of coming out to a country. Like I said, you could marry someone, you could just show up and not leave, but to come and legally be a refugee and welcomed into America is mad shit you gotta do, right? So I found this article. Shout out to this young lady who wrote about the refugee process. She tweeted it and how it takes years and years and thousands of dollars to do. And how does she know? Because she went through it. Her family went through it.
Thousands of dollars.
Thousands of dollars. So I'm gonna go through it faster than she went through it, just so you guys get an idea of what we're talking about here.
We shall boost the American economy, huh?
So your country is going through some wars and shit. You got to get out of there, right? So the first thing you got to do, some of these I'm going to read some of her tweets straight up. Some of them I'm going to ad lib. Okay, she goes, her name is Arnessa on Twitter.
Okay.
She goes, okay, first things first, you apply for refugee status with a UN agency. The application isn't just a piece of paper. You have to submit all your documents. All. Birth certificates, report cards from school, IDs, driver's license, passports, utility bills. If you're displaced, you have to provide proof that you're displaced, that your house was bombed or burned, or that there's squatters in it. Now, imagine being a person that's running from some type of war. Your house got bombed out. How do you prove? You don't have like an iPhone lying around. How do you prove your house got bombed out? Somebody come with you and say, yo, their house got bombed out. And if you prove that, that means you got no papers either, right? Because your house got bombed out. Pictures, you got nothing. Anyway, then you have to write down your story. Not just you, your mama, your daddy, your little brother, your baby sister that can't even write. They gotta make a drawing of the bombed out house and shit. You gotta write everything. Where you were born, what happened. Then you have to provide them with names of all your family members, dead or alive. Grandma died 10 years ago, write her name down. Your cousin that you saw only once in the past 20 years of your life, write that down too. All that shit. Neighbors, friends, teachers, everyone. They want to know who you're connected to. Then she goes, you have to provide their contact info as well. If some of them are dead, you have to prove that they're dead. How do you prove? Like,
no. First of all, who's got?
Do you get the pamphlet from the funeral home? What happened? What?
Right? Certificate.
So that's the first step, right? So she said, let's say
that's the first step.
That's the first step. She said, let's say that's month 1. She goes, over the next 12 months, they review your information that you provided, check the validity of your documents, check your references. If your story is true, if the documents are valid, everything checks out, then you get called in for an interview. And this is over a year. So you've done that in a month. Over the next year, you wait for them to call you back for the interview. Mm-hmm. Then you get the interview, right? You think it's one interview? My G, it's like 20 interviews. First time, you sit in there, they ask you questions. You tell them the story. Your mother tells them. Everybody tells them the story together. Then they separate you all, even the little baby brother that doesn't know what words mean. So they'll be like, hey, little kid, have you ever committed treason? And the little kid is like, tree houses? What? Shit like that.
Yeah, I did it.
Right. I don't know. So like shit like that, right? They split you up. They do it together. Then, depending on what country you're from, are you from the USSR, any communist country or whatever, they gonna ask you about that. What were your political inclinations? How do you feel about communism? All this shit, right?
Do you drink vodka?
Do you drink? Do you have any problems? Right? Child. Ooh, let me go to the next page. Where's the next page? Oh shit, I can't find the next page, but that's all right. We're gonna keep it moving. So after that, they say, okay, cool. It's now 18 months, right? You've done all the interviews. They say, okay, you can come to America. They tell you how much it costs, and also you owe them money for the interviews, the paperwork, all that shit. So you've already, if you've had $1,000 or somehow you got money, thousands of dollars to do this, you got to do that and get the tickets to America. Then they tell you what to bring, what you can't bring. So you can't just go back to your bombed out house and get a few pictures. They tell you exactly what to bring, right? Then you get to America. They put you in a place where you have family. or place where if you don't have family, there's just ain't no shit happening for immigrants, but they put you there because ain't no shit happening for immigrants, and what kind of threat are you gonna be? At that point, you have 1 month, right? It's long, right? I'm telling a long ass story because it's long for these people's lives. That you have 1 month to settle your children, get a house or apartment, a car, a job, right? You have children. If you're 2 parents, you're probably working overtime. You don't see your kids anymore. Wait, you're doing more interviews. Department of Homeland Security comes to check on you every couple months. Then you're still there. 3 years later, they're still checking on you. Why? Because bullshit, right? And this is how it goes. Just so you know. So like everybody out here just mad scared of these people that get super turned, like they hope lives get turned upside down, and y'all are scared for what, 2,000 people that came in?
Yeah.
There's 6 million Syrian refugees, and 2,000 were let in the most recent months.
And the thing about it though is like these people, oh man. You talk to folks and you're like, that I don't even want to talk to you about this because you're kind of ignorant about it. But you wouldn't know anything based upon what the news gives you and how the news kind of puts the story in your lap, you know. So like for some people it looks like 1 million people are just gonna fall into your state,
right?
Like 1 million people are gonna show up in Manhattan all of a sudden, like that's the image.
And take all the jobs from Wall Street and shit.
1 million people are just gonna show up, new people, new faces, new Syrians in New York City.
Guess who was a Syrian though? Who's the child of Syrian immigrants? Your boy Steve Jobs.
Yeah, we talked
wouldn't
about
have
that.
no iPhones without him.
Yeah, didn't we talk about that?
Let him in, D-Lo. Let him in. I got you on the mic.
That's how America is, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's split it all up. Let's have some beef around this place.
Right.
Let's have some beef around this place. I want you against you.
Right.
You know, against
Woo.
us against them. That's how it is. I don't know when it's gonna stop though.
It ain't finna stop.
It ain't gonna stop.
It's not.
So what's gonna happen next?
So real quick though, President Barack spoke on it, and he said that anything that comes down his way, any of these laws, he finna veto. He said there doesn't need to be any extra added security measures. They're like, refugees are the most probably secure screening process there is. There's no more you could do except like literally handcuff them and bring them into the country. So here's a few tweets from the POTUS Twitter account, and I'm gonna just read a few out, and it goes like this: protecting the American people is my top priority. With our 65 global partners, we're leading the campaign to degrade and destroy ISIL. We also win this fight with our values. America can ensure our own safety while welcoming refugees desperately seeking safety from ISIL. We will provide refuge to at least 10,000 refugees fleeing violence in Syria over the next year as they bypass highest security checks. Hence, here, our focus is giving safe haven to the most vulnerable Syrians, women, children, and survivors of torture. Welcoming the world's vulnerable who seek safety in America is not new to us. We've safely welcomed 3 million refugees since 1975. Slamming the door in the face of refugees would betray our deepest values. That's not who we are, and that's not what we're going to do. So the president says it, but 31 states out of 50,
I mean,
ain't trying to hear that.
Considering all the fucking terrible that America does to its own people and does throughout the world, you should at least allow some refugees in. You gotta do something.
You know what I think? I
Tell
think
it.
social media is killing us right now.
You think so?
Yep. Because it's putting too much stuff up in these people's head. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they getting too scared of what can happen, and that's really all off social media and all these crazy people that got a lot of followings, and then they put some crazy stuff out, get people shook up.
Get people crazy. Yeah,
I mean,
like super.
It's just made it faster.
It made it
because without
faster,
social media, people were scared watching the regular ass news. So now they have a whole lot of extra stimulus.
And everybody got access to it.
Access than an MS.
But see, then also there's a whole perception thing. Like with what we see is a small piece of what is all being seen. So like a lot of times this drastic, like everybody is this or all these things are happening because we're all looking through this little small lens. But at the end of the day, like, we're taking in more than that. And people are not as stupid as we continue to believe
and then people gotta stop acting like we are, though.
You know what I mean?
Well, not people, but the powerful people. We not stupid.
But like I said, it's a lot of it is perception. It's these ideas that are put at us, and we take this little story, and then we just ride with this, and we think that's all that exists. Right. You know, and it's not like that. I think it's for us to look at the world differently and to see other things, so that our reality won't be just the bullshit we're fed. Right. Because there's a hell of a lot more going on.
And meanwhile,
than what we discussed, you know, in these small,
our supposed presidential candidates, while you have Trump and all these other people and all these all lives matter people, which obviously in this case 31 states out of 50 don't think all lives matter. That's for damn sure. You know, Trump just called African people like they're good at sex and they fucking are here to take jobs. Like, I don't know what is his life like. But anyway, Bernie Sanders, though, he ain't having it. He said, I'm disturbed by what some of what I'm hearing from my Republican colleagues, and I will just say this. During these difficult times as Americans, we will not succumb to racism. We will not allow ourselves to be divided and succumb to Islamophobia. We will not turn our backs on the refugees. I'm just saying, he's starting to get more and more interesting to me, yo. How you feel about Bernie Sanders? I guess in comparison to what all else is out there. I'm not talking to you. I already know.
Oh, go ahead.
Yo, for real, if you want to ask me about any of this presidential stuff going on right now, not my interest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Once my brother's out.
Right. You here for Barack, though?
I'm here for Barack, man. I'm supporting my brother. So I don't know what's going on with TV and the politics and presidential thing, because I don't watch TV. I'm not updated on anything because it's not catching my interest. So I'm going to let y'all go ahead and cover the whole presidential side of things, because I'm really not. I mean, once I seen Donald Trump in it, I pretty much thought it was commercial.
That's not even a real
It's commercial to me, so I'm not really interested.
It's a circus. And, you know, and it's always been a circus. It's just this year is just like a whole lot more colorful and a lot more foolish. I don't know. I think we just got to get past these fucking antics, man, and continue to focus on the progress that we have been making. We've been finding out the power of the people in the streets, finding out the power of people controlling their dollars, what they spend, what they don't spend. We need to stay on that shit. Yeah. Instead of being caught up in the damn politics like it's foolishness. You know what I mean? What do you think about this? Look at this fool. He's up there and he just said something stupid again about another. That's what he does. Right. Didn't you ever seen him on TV?
You know what?
Do you not know who this nigga is? Like,
chat roommate Radar Ellis
said. Why are we
even
giving him energy?
Right. Chat roommate Radar Ellis said, we can't keep letting refugees in. They either pose in Speedos, on motorcycles half ashy, drop one incredible album and get ghosts, or they're the whack one.
You know what?
Ha ha. Fuji's jokes, y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was dumb. No, I understood that. Yo, but you know what? Let's talk about the whack one though, which Praz. What?
You be doing this thing though.
I mean, in reference to the joke that the chat roommate made at Radar Ellis, if you want to hit him on Twitter. No, yo, he's actually made a movie.
Yeah.
Did y'all? I'm gonna go see it. He made a movie about the presidential candidate when Sweet Mickey was running for candidacy in Haiti against what's his name, Wyclef, and the other presidential candidates. And he made a movie about how he got this Haitian pop star, Sweet Mickey, who is currently the president. So apparently it worked. The niggas made a movie about it. Then I instantly saw that and I was like, so low key, it was Praz versus Wyclef then. I just had a thought, was that what happened just now? But anyway, I'm going to go see it because I'm curious, because we keep talking about he's the whack one, but he was out here making movies. I didn't know.
Hey,
I mean, yo, he spent a good amount of time doing this whole, he was trying to create awareness about the homelessness and whatnot.
That's true.
He did that for a while.
He did
that was a few years ago. Okay. So yeah,
I was gonna say.
I don't think his rapping is that bad. You know,
no, he just ain't make it.
You know,
in the scheme of.
Yeah, I mean, it's three people. You gotta have one. You know, what I'm saying?
It's gonna be one
that's it out. This can't be
it's Charlie Murphy, it's Eddie Murphy, and it's all the regular Murphys. Like you got the Wayans is some Wayanses that ain't Sean. Like he's not. He's not your funniest one.
SW1?
Yeah, right, SW1. He's not. He's never been
SW1.
Who's your SW1? Anyway.
Oh man, that's
you know what?
terrible.
It's Affirmation Friday. We gonna be done with this. I just want to update y'all. It's not easy to be a refugee in any of the schemes of being a refugee.
It's not. I figure just don't have an opinion about any of this stuff if you're ignorant to what's really going on. If you don't know what the fuck is going on, don't talk about these people. Don't get involved. Don't say grandiose shit about, they're gonna do this and they're gonna do. You shut the fuck up.
Word. Yo, you know what? Let's go into some music. Come back with some more news you could use. We're chilling with D-Lo here. It's Affirmation Friday. Also, you feel free, drop that in the chat room at TK in the AM on Twitter. Bruh Conscious, where we finna take it.
I don't know, man. What's one of your songs you want to play?
Yeah.
We can definitely slide into that one. We got that In Due Time.
All right.
Outkast. Any reason?
Any reason? Man, if you listen to the lyrics, it really explains pretty much, it says what I want to say. You know, it says my feelings and everything. Like,
I didn't come to talk on your radio show. I'm just going to play songs.
My songs are going to tell you exactly
how I feel.
And then we just going to take pictures of D-Lo and put them on Instagram.
Thank you very much.
Yo, you're listening to TK in the AM. Here's Outkast In Due Time.
To the side, thinking the police gon' pull me over with this herb off in my ride. So I hide the brick of weed under the armors, under the leather, and thinking of starting ways to make my life a little bit better than the dope peddler. Never to pay no taxes, taking a chunk up out of my checks and making my rhymes just look like practice. Buying clothing, rings, roving with my folks. Don't speak about the dead inside my crew, ain't about no jokes. I know some people don't like the way we flow because they envy. They talking about they that they could have been me. You looking to be the butterfly without the caterpillar. Take your time and do it right, cause you gon' make it. I sweat my or collapse one. Falling a victim to your greed, boy. You looking to be Big Willie, but you still a seed, boy. The information in my skull be poking. Some of y'all on the shoulder, but the other side of the fence, they got y'all breaking boulders for quick money.
Stressed up all of my day. Many obstacles have been placed in my way. I know the only reason that I make it through is because I never stop believing in you. Some people wonder why we here in the first place. They can't believe cause they ain't never seen your face. But even when you pray the next day, you gotta try. Can't wait for nobody to come down out the sky. You got to realize that the world's a test. You can only do your best and let them do the rest. You got your life, you got your health. So quit procrastinating and push it yourself. You got to realize that the world's a test. You can only do your best and let them do the rest. You got your life, you got your health. So quit procrastinating. Just keep your faith in me. Don't act impatiently. You'll get where you need to be in due time. Even when things are slow, hold on and don't let go. I'll give you what I owe in due time.
Who said good folks is not supposed to die? The same that said it's not supposed to cry. United States giving out milk and cheese to pacify. I'm sure they got a cure for AIDS, but yet it's classified. You wonder why I spit the truth and not to make no dough. To make a difference for this motherfucking blow in pieces. I can think of many reasons. Only when it's going bad, you want to holler Jesus. I pledge allegiance. They got my knuckles bleeding from crawling. Got these thinking they really ballin' when they isn't. Don't take my word, it's off in prison that will tell you. That's locked up for a long time and won't sell you no flex. So congregation, will you turn your text to the book of Outkast, chapter 2, verse 1. The first one that feel me, jump up and make a joyful noise. You've outcasted, meaning now you have a choice like that.
Don't act impatiently. You'll get where you need to be in due time. Even when things are slow, hold on and don't let go. I'll give you what I owe in due time. Just keep your faith in me. Don't act impatiently. You'll get where you need to be in due time. Even when
right, TK in the AM, Bonfire Radio. Okay, turn me up a little bit.
Yeah.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Welcome.
Hi guys.
Hi, Conscious.
How's everything?
Welcome to the show, everybody. Like he said, you're listening to TK in the AM, and it's Affirmation Friday.
Word.
We are on Bonfire Radio. Our guest here, D-Lo Slaughter, photographer, entrepreneur,
Hello.
Yeah.
affirming gentleman. Hello.
Yeah.
Yo, so we're going to go into the next. I know you ain't missed this one, bruh. I know y'all ain't missed this one.
What?
Jared, son. That guy.
Looking at.
It's we gotta break this down, family. We gotta break this all the way down for 2 seconds. Just live with me on this one. So, Jared from Subway, right? We saw him. He was super chunky. He started eating Subway. What people don't realize is he was eating like dry ass sandwich. Didn't have no mayonnaise. It was like on the you ever notice the fine print? It said, yo, like
Too
legit,
small.
he ain't eating the regular sandwiches. He just eating bread and turkey. Like that's it. I can't right
Crazy.
now. But anyway, so he started, he had them pants and shit. So he started putting kids in his pants and stuff.
Oh, man, nah, B. Nah.
Okay. Was in all seriousness,
No.
he was we told the story, and he went to court and went in front of the judge. He's been found out. His what do you call him? The head of his nonprofit was arrested as well because he was in on it for child pornography charges, for soliciting a minor for sex acts, for performing those acts, for paying, all that shit, right? He did that. He admitted that. He did that shit. This is crazy, right? So he was like, oh, the hardest thing I'm going to have to do is talk to my children about this and blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's the hardest thing? And he's like, I reflected over the damage that I did. Now you reflecting, Jared?
You think his kids knew any other kids?
Ooh. Well, I think
Probably.
he I don't know how old his kids are, but I think he was trying to stay in the 15 and 16-year-old area.
Gotcha.
So it could be an excuse because now you out here, look at these kids out here, they drink the milk and they look like grown-ups. So you try to mind F your brain, but no, we not out here doing that. No, Jared, no.
You know what? Here goes the thing. Everybody gets riled up about all kinds of wild stuff, right? And to the point where they want to put their hands on people and do all this shit. How come ain't nobody fucking outside? Every time I see this nigga getting in the car, I don't see nobody throwing shit at him. I don't see nobody that fucking enraged with this motherfucker. Like, I'm thinking, I know what?
He was really gonna get dragged.
I feel like niggas need to be running up and fucking trying to hit him, son. Like, I'm upset that he's just jumping out of cars. Ain't even nobody outside with a picket sign. Like, ain't nobody mad. Ain't nobody mad that this nigga abused kids, man. Like, I can't.
But
I can't even get with this shit, man.
Let's talk.
It's not one nigga out there throwing tomatoes at this nigga.
Must be a distraction.
Let's take it to the Let's take it to the court case though, because this is what they do. Listen to the court. So just so y'all know, if y'all don't know the story already, he got charged. He's gonna have go to jail for 15 years on these charges. He cannot get out before 13. It's a long time. I mean, but I feel like it's not long enough in the scope of things, right? But anyway, here's the court. Forensic psychiatrist John Bradford testified. They finna blame this on Subway, y'all. That Fogel's rapid weight loss is what led to his criminal desires. Quote, once he lost weight, it seemed as though in a short time he had hypersexuality. There are brain disorders that can be associated with sexual drive. He was mostly attracted to females who were teenagers who were 14 to 17 years of age. His attraction was at the high end of that range. Hold up, y'all. I'm going to stop right there before we hit the punchline, as if we ain't hit 3 punchlines already. He called Fogel's pedophilia, quote, a mild case of
this
pedophilia,
shit ain't salsa,
end
nigga.
quote, because he stayed in the higher ends.
Nah,
this shit ain't curry,
son.
Nigga.
So first,
mild, nigga.
He said the diet made him lose the weight, made him lose his senses, made him lose his entire mind.
But
okay.
he only started doing this. He wasn't doing shit like this before.
Apparently he
Subway.
wasn't doing that before.
So is he gonna sue Subway? Now is it Subway's fault?
Did he have any drugs in the system?
they don't talk about drugs.
It can't be the sandwiches. They
trying to say, well, no, they
Because that bread, they had to change
because that was his whole campaign, right? Yeah. So his whole campaign, he lost the weight so fast that his brain said, bloop, we need something else to fill this void, right? But I'm like, I know mad big people like that
become pedophiles.
That they get surgery, they lose the weight fast, they don't become
but you gotta
members of
specifically
society.
eat turkey fucking sandwich, dry turkey sandwiches.
No mayonnaise.
If that's your no mayonnaise, and if that's your method,
no mayo,
you will become a pedophile.
This is what he's trying to put on.
Make sure you put some tomatoes and shit on your sandwich.
Son, always dress your sandwiches because I can't handle this shit.
Elsewise, you're gonna be a pedophile.
Get the works.
Yo, these are the
if
type
you go on a Jared diet with no mayonnaise on your sandwich, you might be a pedophile.
So he agreed in court Thursday to avoid pornography, get sexual disorder treatment, and get registered. You can't agree to get registered.
You know what sexual disorder treatment is? Cut his dick off.
Yo, Subway fired Fogel. When reports of the plea agreement emerged, he's already begun to pay $1.4 million in restitution to 14 victims who are minors. Okay, so somebody do the math. 14
now he's paying for fucking
divided
pedophilia?
by 1.4 million. That's not a lot of money.
No, it's not.
14 victims between 14 and 17
a lot more
years of
money
age
than
at
them
the
niggas
time.
got.
Prosecutors requested that he receive 12 and a half years while his defense asked for 5. His official sentencing is Thursday, so yesterday.
All right, so what happens with the money? Like, what does that money do for the person?
Oh, and he sobbed. Hold up. He reportedly sobbed as he recounted how he hurt his family and his wife, who would be a single mother should he go to prison. And here's what the judge said. I love this judge. It's trill as fuck. This is how they end the article. You gave your wife $7 million, so she'll be okay. And scene.
Word.
Jared, now you're going to have more dry ass sandwiches. I wonder how that's going to make your diet.
First of all, nigga, you a pedophile. And you did all that shit. I don't think she give no fucks about you at this point.
Donna J said she did the math. 100,000 per victim.
It's more than I got.
Right. But Butasha said, what about all those people who went through gastric bypass? They ain't out there pedophiling. Is that
because you got Did you not hear what I said, Butasha? That doesn't count. You gotta eat the special sandwiches.
Donna J said it's levels to being a perv. Get the hell out of here.
Sandwich.
Right.
Sandwiches. You gotta eat them. You gotta eat them that way.
I can't deal with this shit no
Cosby
more.
Sandwiches.
Oh. There's another story. You know how bored I am with that story, though.
I'm tired of it.
But you know what? You can't eat no more. I need y'all to do some science shit right now.
Oh boy.
We are not allowed. Salmon is the next shit on the list.
Oh yeah, GMO.
Food and Drug Administration on Thursday approved genetically modified salmon, the first such altered animal allowed for human consumption in the United States. Here's what the
bears are
the
mad.
FDA said. So here's what it's called. It's called Aqua Advantage Salmon. There are no
Aqua Advantage Salmon. It sounds
yes,
like medicine.
They got a name, Aqua Advantage Salmon. There are no biologically relevant differences in the nutritional profile of Aqua Advantage Salmon compared to that of other farm-raised Atlantic salmon. They are Aqua Advantage is engineered by a Massachusetts-based company, Aqua Bounty. So look, when y'all looking for labels, I don't know if they're gonna label it, but you're looking for Aqua Advantage, you're looking for Massachusetts Aqua Bounty, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, just when you buy fish, just look and see if it's fresh caught or if it's farmed.
But here's the spin. Now, what y'all think about the spin? Here's what they said. It's a game changer that brings healthy and nutritious food to consumers in an environmentally responsible manner without damaging the ocean or other marine habits. So they're saying if we go catch them in the droves that you want us to catch, we're going to throw off the balance of the regular ocean.
Well, that's bullshit.
So we're going to make these...
But see, that's why there's regulations to the amount of whatever you do in the wild. But they violate them. Like, that's why there's hunting season.
Right. So, like,
you know what I mean?
Like,
so,
basically, all the salmon we eating, we not supposed to eat salmon all year round. If there ain't no salmon in March, we not supposed to eat salmon in March. Find another fish to eat.
There's mad shit. The planet is plentiful, but we're greedy and we want things, but we want them. We want things out of season. We want peach cobbler.
Shut up.
I always want eggnog. I just always want
exactly,
eggnog.
Right.
Ain't gonna be enough chickens for that, though.
You think they're gonna come out with like some
GMO
all
eggnog.
year round?
I don't know why they don't just do it. I don't know why they don't just do it.
Yeah, eggnog.
So-
Damn, now I want eggnog.
It's cool. You can get it now. It's Christmas
right
season.
now.
You know what I'm saying?
Stock up.
Man.
You know, chill
So-
on that
Eggnog is-
salmon though, but get some eggnog.
Yo,
Yeah, man, I can't with
just
the
in case
salmon.
y'all want to know the science on that, they added a growth hormone from the Pacific Chinook salmon that allows the fish to produce growth
Alaska?
hormone all year long.
Yeah.
The engineers were able to keep the hormones active by using another gene from an eel-like fish called an ocean
So
pout
it's not salmon,
that
it's some
acts
other fish.
like an on switch for the hormone. The typical Atlantic salmon produce growth hormone for only part of the year. So it's a new Atlantic salmon that has been infused with 2 other situations.
I'm good. I guess I will not be eating salmon. It's all right.
It's cool.
There's a hell of a lot of other shit to eat. So
A
I'm
lot of
good.
fish in the sea, man.
They call it a frankenfish right now. Critics are calling
It is a
right.
yeah, man.
I
What
hate
is
you,
that, yo?
D-Lo. I hate you today. So good times?
Yeah,
no,
man.
we're not doing that.
No.
Good times.
No, I'm not with it.
Let me see what the chat room has to say about it. MC Picket Fence said Aqua Advantage. Why don't sound like you need water to live though?
Aqua Advantage sound like a toothpaste.
Oh my God.
Aqua Advantage sound like
It does.
like a new
Oh.
chewing gum. Like
Oh man,
Aqua Advantage.
Jesus. Ugh.
it does.
And on
Aqua
the
Advantage.
I would
Aqua
probably buy it.
Advantage.
and on that Jared
New
shit,
Aquafresh.
Let's Get Free said that yoga mat bread is a hell of a drug, right? Didn't they say that they may put the same practice?
Yeah, I mean, then they stop with the bread, you know.
I can't handle
Yo,
this
you know there's mad stuff in America that we eat that's like illegal in other countries. It's so crazy.
It's mad shit that we eat.
Like mad stuff. yo.
One last bit of science news before we go.
In China, when they're like, nah, you feed that to the people here, and it's funny, and you're going to jail.
Right.
Word.
Like, and that's China. When did China making the poisonous toys, nigga? Like, if China
told
that
you, I
makes
don't
poisonous
use- I don't use
toys,
their pencils
it's
or
like,
none of
nah,
that
son,
shit.
you can't feed that to the people. You're gonna go to jail. What's going on with America?
Exactly. Yo, National Institutes of Health, y'all. Who likes
Is that a real thing?
Yes. Who likes chimpanzees?
I do.
Thank you. Yes, me too. Me, you,
I saw
Michael
some shit-
Jackson,
some shit
a
in
bunch
the-
of crazy ladies that got their
Shout out
face
to
ate
Bubbles.
off.
Wasn't it the
Bubbles,
name?
yeah, that was his baby. What happened?
No, because I was watching the news. Something happened. This is not the same chimpanzee news.
No, I don't know.
Okay, go ahead.
Director, they
Oh, it wasn't chimpanzee. It was
the
another
director
one.
of the National Institutes of Health said that they have quietly ended the federal government's long and controversial history of using chimpanzees for biomedical research, y'all.
Thank you.
They've been using
Apparently,
niggas for like 100 years.
50 chimpanzees
Time for
held
it.
by the government for research will be sent to sanctuaries. The decision came after 2 years that they decided to release more than 300 of them to research facilities and resettle them in more humane conditions.
Great.
And the quote is, "It's time to acknowledge there's no further justification for the 50 chimpanzees to be kept for invasive biomedical research." Word.
What about the humans? They doing shit too.
Well, the paperwork. If you could sign the paperwork, then it's cool.
fuck.
But the monkeys can't sign shit. Word. I mean, they might write Shakespeare after 5 years and having a typewriter,
Oh, boy.
but yo,
Chickens.
I want to just say, clap it up for the chimpanzees being free.
Yeah.
Because
Shout out to Curious George.
shout out to that G. He good. I
That
can't-
nigga's hilarious.
So this is just
Man with the
the
yellow
government. This doesn't count for the 400 that are currently at private
Yeah,
facilities.
it's
So,
just ridiculous.
If y'all feel like doing a campaign for the chimpanzees,
Well,
go ahead
it was
and do that.
it was the other day in the news. I noticed it was there was like a monkey. Someone was keeping. I don't know if this is Long Island. It was in New York. It's New
Somebody-
York
yeah.
news. Someone was keeping a monkey in a house, and I guess the monkey got loose,
Of course.
right? And the monkey goes to somebody else's house. And he's like eating their food and shit. So when they come to catch the monkey, yo, before the police got the monkey attacked like a 84-year-old man. He slapped a few people. He bit
Yo.
like 2 people. And here's
like
the thing,
things
though,
in
like,
life I'm not
why
trying
you
to get-
having them? Why is the monkey in your house?
There it is.
Why you have a monkey? Where'd you get him? So the monkey was supposedly like in this monkey cage in that person's yard and must have got out.
There's no such thing as a monkey cage in life. Like there's no like consumer monkey cage.
Yeah.
It's zoo level shit, and then there's dog cages. Like the nigga probably got a big ass bird cage or a dog.
This nigga about
If
windows.
the person had a monkey, they probably had a good monkey cage. But whatever. That's beyond.
There's no consumer grade monkey cage.
I think that's neither here nor there. He shouldn't have had a monkey.
Low key, every time I go to sleep, I'm scared that my cat is gonna F me up.
I don't trust cats.
There it is.
Cool.
I'm gonna let you say that. I have one that I love, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wake up, niggas scared, staring at you. So imagine times 1,000 for a monkey. I'm not
monkeys
into
is
it.
cool though, you know what I'm saying? They more like humans. Cats ain't nothing like humans. They ain't even like dogs. You know what I'm saying? You can't say their name and they come. Yeah.
I'm done.
No, it do depend on your cat.
I'm gonna jump in the chat room with this last thought
Cats is
about this last thought from Brian K. He said, take notice, it's just like how we all need to get our new license with a V chip in it. This fish is going to lead to our demise. Poison society in order to make it okay to regulate rules to put us back in some form of slavery to the system. Fuck out of here. I may consider being Amish. Well, then maybe that's the only way to go. So basically, if you eat the fish is like a chip, and the chip is leading them right back into the system. I don't know. I don't find it far-fetched, but that's our chat roommates. Niggas got conspiracies.
It's just a fish.
Jump in there, y'all.
Don't eat that shit.
Let's go into a song.
Word.
You want to hear it? Here we go. Let's do Brooklyn Funk Essentials. Prepare. Yes, prepare for the next wave of the bullshit. Fish. TK in the AM, Bonfire Radio, chat room check-in coming soon.
What you
Welcome back to the show. You're listening to TK in the AM. That was Brooklyn Funk Essentials. Prepare. We'll just we'll have a little chill chat room check-in. Yeah. It's that time of the day already. A little bit early. Shout out to everybody tuned in and turned up. Let's see who's in the chat room. We have Boo Tasha, my sister in Catness and Blackness. She was like, don't start talking about no cats now, D-Lo. Don't do it. I love mine, but I'm scared sometimes. Shout out to Donna J. She said the Amish people though, they got them donuts on apple cider donuts on fleek, so it might be a good look. The conversion might be a good look.
Damn, I want donuts.
But you know
now.
What? Amish people got their own problems. They got
Donna
Amish
J, you
mafia.
got some donuts for me?
I don't know.
Let me talk about donuts.
Shout out to Dr. Postlight on the check-in. Shout out to Let's Get Free, Houston, Texas. Shout out to Manny Faces, a.k.a. the many man of many faces and many jobs. The founder of the Hip Hop Advocacy Center. Did I get it right? If I didn't get it right, correct me and put the link so we could share that sucker out. Shout out to you, bruh. Shout out to all his work on the DJ Con, Rapper-Con that we shared Omari's clip earlier from. Shout out to MC Picket Fence from Ohio. Hey, player. Ohio. Shout out to you and Nikki and babies. Shout out to Radar Ellis, tuned in and turned up. Shout out to Chalet Lady. I'm waiting. You know what? I'm not gonna put all that pressure on you, sis.
Yeah, man.
But low key, I do enjoy her biblical era affirmations. Shout out to We the People on the check-ins. He was talking about them fish, and he said, don't forget, since the earthquake and all that tsunami situation in Japan. What was the situation? Earthquake.
There was an earthquake.
It's mad radiation leaking. Yeah. And so, like, don't even.
I mean, it's never ceased.
It's never stopped. So
it's just been,
be careful. Be careful.
Just because we forgot about it, it's not in the news doesn't mean that the oil still ain't spilled.
Right.
And it's fucking up. Word. Still.
Shout out to Brian K. Austin in the chat room. Anonymous 0890, Anonymous 1420, Garvey Alexander on the check-in. What up, doggies? How I appreciate y'all. The Center for Hip Hop Advocacy, Manny Faces, founded that shit. Niggas out here doing research. Like 1 in 3 people are better off in their lives with hip hop than without it. I don't know. I made that one up, but you could quote me.
I will. That sounds good.
I love it.
I need a shot.
Shout out to everybody tuned in and turned up. Let me go in the Twitter and see who's there. I see you, Media Man. Curtis, he's on the check-in. Remsterdam on the check-in. Shannon J on the check-in. She said to keep my happy going well into 2016. That's her affirmation, yo. I appreciate that. And let me get the affirmations from the chat room check-in. Excuse me. MC Picket Fence said, my body's healthy, my mind is brilliant, my soul is tranquil, I am the light I want to see in the world. Kim Emery from Michigan said, I want to stay very focused and have a list of accomplishments I intend on completing today. And also, Georgie Peace said, creative weirdos unite.
Hey, my man.
Word up.
You got any chat room check-ins? I know you got some people tuned in and turned up.
I got some people up in Rhode Island. I got some people back in Minnesota. I got some people out here in Brooklyn. I don't know everybody that specifically listen, but I know they hitting me back up like, yo, I'm tuned in.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just shout out the state y'all in and the city y'all in. You feel me?
Welcome to the show,
Thanks
guys.
for listening.
Actually, we just got hit with a few more affirmations. Curtis said, to keep raising money to achieve my business dreams is hard out here. It is, but ain't it a joy, though, to be doing it? And he said to stay healthy. Boom.
Word.
I know you had some affirmations. How you living your life, Mr. Small Business Person?
Just like everybody else. Just like everybody else, I'm just kind of going. Right now, I switched it up. You know, sometimes you gotta go full force in the art, and then you gotta go back working.
Yeah,
I'm back working.
Yeah,
so I'm right back to reality at the moment.
It's the fluctuation though, because how do you keep on doing the art
exactly.
if you don't have, you know what I'm saying? You gotta fund yourself. What I'm impressed by with you is the ability to do back and forth. And I know, because that's what I do, right? I go back and forth. It gets tiring, but you out here though, you know. And I seen your work grow. First of all, where you from? Let's tell them. I know.
Where am I from?
Yeah,
I'm from the north side of Minneapolis. North side of Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Yeah. All right. Now
612.
When did you get to New York?
When did I get to New York?
Like how many years?
I got here December 11, 2013. 13.
Okay, so you still relatively new enough.
My second year anniversary is next month.
Yeah. So do you feel like, because I see this, that people leaving and whatnot, they feeling like, oh, New York is just spit on you and chew you up and spit you out, but you out here thriving.
I mean, because
is it different for you? Do you have a different mindset than other
people?
My
mindset is way different. You know what I'm saying? Like, pretty much is I learned a lot growing up. You know, it's the people it's the things that you take in. You know what I'm saying? You're surrounded by so many people, but sometimes you take in that wrong information. You gotta let yourself know, like, okay, I want to take that from this person. I want to take that from this person. You can keep that nasty ass attitude over there, but you know what I'm saying? But I do like the way you know, maneuver in life. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta take everything from everybody, but you pick bits and pieces that you wouldn't mind in yours. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I am a cooking pot of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I take what I want and then I mix it into my life.
So is it working? The city's working for you?
Yeah, it's working with me.
It's working with you.
It's working with me.
Word. I think, like, shout out to Garvey Alexander. That's my bro. He brought you by the crib. Yeah. The early days. Yeah. So you was basically just got here then.
When we was working at a restaurant together, you know what I'm saying? That was early probably days. like I said, I've been here for 2 years, not even 2 years yet, man. I probably had about 5-6 jobs already, you know what I'm saying? And one of them was a restaurant. So, hey, I got that token story, like, working, you know what I'm saying?
A waiter.
I used to be a run bus, you know what I'm saying? But, once I was, Garvey, we started rocking with each other. It was a place full of artists. And he was doing his thing. We, real recognized real. We started hanging out. Cool people, you know what I'm saying? And that didn't only happen with him, but a lot more people there and a lot more people in New York generally. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a family affair at the end of the day for creative people.
It's the people that you surround yourself with. You know what I'm saying? It's really like that. And plus, in New York, you have so many people here that you have your groups that either pull you in or you go towards them. Yeah. So that's cool. You ain't got to be around people you don't like because there's people like you here,
Yeah. I peep the way you are, like the way you around people, new people you never met before and shit. How long did it take you to be able to be so comfortable in your skin? Have you always been that way?
It's a working process, but I've always been like this. Like I said, it's all my upbringing, you know what I'm saying? My mom is super cool. My dad is super cool. You know what I'm saying? It's just my family. That's how we are. We're cool. We don't judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? You come as is. We welcome you. That's how I am. And I kind of have a Southern mentality, you know? I kind of have a Southern mentality. I'm very welcome. And that's why a lot of people come to me when they, when they're going through something or when they're going through even relationship problems. I've been single for I don't know how long, and they still come to me.
Why are you asking me?
Why are you asking me? What's up? Y'all about to break up? Let me get on. No, I was just playing. But it's just, it's the upbringing. It's something that you got to practice still, though. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be better at talking to people, you kind of got to tell yourself at that moment when you're around people, just say hi, just say this, just
like
mingle.
Let train yourself.
Develop.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. Yeah. That's the only way you can do it. Is to, I'm tough on myself. I am tough on myself, but it's cool because I'm also like, I appreciate myself for the things I accomplish. But I'm just like my own coach, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be your own coach at times because ain't nobody else gonna really be there.
Like if you go to the singles mixer and you think, oh, all these women is about to come over here and talk to me. No, you gotta, like you said, train yourself. Yeah. All right, she looks nice. I'm gonna say hello.
Let me just go say something to her.
You know what I'm saying? Hello.
You gotta step outside. You gotta take baby steps out of your comfort zone. That's what I do. Like this is my second time on the radio, and I barely talk to people. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I used to be a loud person in the room, but as I grew older, I became the quiet person in the room. It's I'm able to. You're able to do it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to get
everybody
yourself out of that.
has it in there.
Yeah, you have it in you, especially if you want. If you think it, then it must be. You know what I'm saying?
Let's Get Free 13 in the chat room said it's like that in Houston. The creatives got to stick together. You go to an event and the event is official when you see the usual suspects. Word. Like you just know. Like you know who's official tissue. So you know, from my experience with you came through with the camera, you showing us, you snap a few pics. I'm talking to Uncle Conscious, you know, from the basement times when we was in the studio in the basement, and I'm like, this dude got the eye, yo. He got the third one and the fourth one like on deck, right? I'm like, okay, cool. And then you did a couple events. You did the party, and then you know the bonfire event, and I'm just like,
showed up at the backyard, man.
Bruh's talented as fuck, man. And then I started seeing your SOBs shots.
Yeah.
So for those that are not from New York, SOBs is like a really, it's a popular kind of legendary status restaurant, bar club.
I think they finna close too.
Nope.
No, they good, right? Nah, they making all the money.
They good.
They good.
They good.
Yeah, yo. And like mad people go through there. So if you're someone in some industry in
Sounds
the entertainment,
of Brazil.
Yeah.
Not son of a bitch. Sounds
of Brazil. You've been through SOBs, hip hop, any genre. You've been through SOBs. So, yo, your SOBs photos. How do you get those candid shots? Like, who are some people you've taken photos of over there? Like some folks that people be knowing.
Recently, it was Rakim, and this was my second time shooting with him. The first time I shot with him, I get that backstage access, and it depends on how the artist is too. Sometimes they're cool, sometimes they're just in a rush, or because they usually be late. It's just always something. You never know. It's just human beings. But with Rakim, it was pretty cool because at the end of meeting him, and he seen my pictures, and when I was about to leave, he dapped me up and was like, he kind of pulled me in, and was like, "Yo, keep doing your thing. I see your work is good." You know what I'm saying? So he gave me some motivational words, and I stepped back. And I'm like, man, this nigga got on Tim's, baggy jeans, and a puffy coat, a New York hat. This is Rakim telling me this. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like, and I'm in a position for somebody so high up to see my work and really look at it as the same vision as somebody that's not up that high. You know what I'm saying? They feel the same way. So that's telling me, keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I took pictures of Rakim. Snoop Dogg, I made a personal video with him to shout out my hometown. Who else? Andre 3000 came up in there, and he came as a fan. He was just in the crowd. That was the only artist that I was nervous to talk to. I had to go get a drink. I had to make sure my outfit was good. Make sure I ain't got no blizzard. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody that helped me get to the position that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? And this dude just standing in the crowd over there. And it's crazy because 5 weeks before that, I met Big Boy at another event that I shot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was like, okay, I got one half of the Outkast. How the hell am I gonna get Andre 3000? He don't even come out the house, and then he come to SOBs at my job. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. So then, how did you get the shot though? Like, you just rolled up on him, like you had the card, you had the business card out, like I
had the business card because you know what I did, and this just goes back to what we was talking about. You got to step outside your comfort zone because I was like, everybody else taking pictures with him. I'm like, nah, I gotta talk to him. I gotta make sure he remembers me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I go over there. I get a picture with him, and then I start talking to him like, yo, how can I? You know what I'm saying? Like, your music helped me. How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? That's the only way I know how.
Yes.
You know what? That right there is a networking tactic of all networking tactics. As a salesperson, as a person that does anything, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Because the flight and flight, what is it? Was it a fright and flight? What are you saying?
Yeah, fight
that
or
shit
flight.
don't happen.
Right.
When you just directly ask somebody some shit, or you try to sell or pitch them some
Can
shit,
I email you?
they're like, they tense up, they want to get away. But when you ask somebody, how can I help you? They smooth it out. They smooth it out, and
I've seen that.
Their ears are open.
And I've seen that. You got to read body. You got to read that body language. You know what I'm saying? And I seen it because he was like, he shook his head. Yeah, all right. And he's like, I'll let you know when I'm coming out with some more stuff. And then he's like, do you got any way I can contact you? I have my business card already in the dude's hand. You know what I'm saying? He looked down. He was like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? And then that was all. It's not too much talking you need to do.
No, not at all.
You may just do too much. You know what I'm saying?
To make the impact.
You say what you got to say, and then be out.
Gems.
I met, there's so many people that I met. Future. I did some work with Future up there.
Gems.
Didn't you do a video?
De La Soul. Who else came up there? It was like a whole hip hop thing. The Jungle Brothers, Talib Kweli came up in there. Busta Rhymes. What's their name? Slum Village.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
everybody.
I didn't even know what I was getting myself into. You know how I got the gig at SOBs? Through Instagram. Somebody tagged me on one of their posts looking for a videographer. You know what I'm saying?
And you do that.
And I was like, it's so many people that's doing this work because that was when I first got here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, there's so many people here that got some dope work.
Yeah.
I'm like, they ain't gonna see me, you know what I'm saying? So I did it. They hit me up, they emailed me, and I came through, and they had 3 people come in. And that was for a concert for Macy Gray. That was my first event I did there. And that was in, I think that was like October.
A trial run?
October, yeah, it was a trial. And the other 2 dudes, I guess they wasn't really feeling it. They didn't hear from them after that show. And I was like, man, look, if Macy Gray here, and I always wanted to be a part of like a backstage of some type of entertainment. You know how they probably have at Hot 97 something. They got like their young crew behind the scenes doing their thing. Yeah. I wanted to be a part of that. So I felt like, no, this looks like something that I would want to be a part of. So I came back. You know, I made sure I did some good pictures of Macy Gray. I just did my thing. Yeah. And I showed them the work. I came back, and the other dudes didn't even come back. So I claimed my position at that point.
Claim it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
My position at that point, and they respect me for what I do, and they respect me for my art. You know what I'm saying? And they give me that creative freedom. You know, and I swear I didn't know what the place was. Rihanna done been up in there, man. It's crazy in that place.
You ain't know though, but you ain't know.
I didn't know that though, but I just went for it anyways, and it ended up working in my favor. That's what I'm saying. You just gotta take your chances. You gotta. I mean, what's to lose out there? You know, like you ain't in jail. You physically good. You can walk, jump, talk, shake a person's hand. You know what I'm saying? You got all your fingers and your toes. It's like what else? What is stopping you right now from just doing it? You know what?
What's stopping you? Let's play this Outkast. No, we played it though.
I hit you with a J. Cole.
J. Cole,
you know what I'm
okay,
saying?
That works. Yo, how you feel about that? Like, why did you select this?
You know what? It's a verse up in there, and he's talking about when he came to New York, all these dudes calling him a Bama, calling him country, and then he like, little do you know, I came up here to take advantage, which I take for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, child. Are
you gotta listen to the lyrics.
Can you just say that one?
Listen to the lyrics.
I can't handle. You come back. It's Affirmation Friday, y'all. We'll be right back. TK in the AM. Let's go.
Unappreciated, unalleviated, tired of coming up short, fuck abbreviated. Want my whole name spelled out, my old pain spilled out. No pain, no gain. I blow brains, Cobain. Throw flames, Luke Kane. The coach ain't help out, so I call my own shots. I'm David Blaine. I'm breaking out of my own box. You stay the same, but homie, if you change, man, you change for the better. Back when Martin King had a thing for Coretta. One year she seen all the dreams he was dreaming. Did she have a clue of all the schemes he was scheming? Still loved him just enough to put up with the cheating. Months go by and only see him for a weekend. I say a prayer and hope my girl ain't leaving. We all got angels, we all got demons. As you fall through the club, bad bitches down to do all the above. Money come fast, so being hungry don't last. Till you look in the mirror and you saw who you was. Cold world, it couldn't be more clearer. The time is now, it couldn't be more hero. My reign gon' last like 3-4 ever. Say hello to the real, I can be your hero. Hey, I'ma put us all on the map. I'm gone and I ain't looking back. Yeah, I know they gon' feel it like they tank on me. I promise, baby, you can bet the bank on me. Cause ain't nobody tell me what I ain't gon' be no more. You thinking I'ma fall, don't be so sure. I wish somebody made guidelines on how to get up off the sideline. Up in first class, laugh even though it's not funny. See a white man wonder how the fuck I got money. While he's sitting coach, hate to see me walk past him. Young black pants sag, headphones blasting. Know what he asking, how did he manage? With all the cards against him, he used them to his advantage. Slang we be speaking probably sounding like Spanish. Then I fuck their heads up when the niggas show manners. Some New York niggas thought it was funny calling us Bama, laughing at the grammar cause they didn't understand us. Must have thought we slow, but little do they know I came up here to take advantage of that shit y'all take for granted. Opportunity that I would kill for. Looking at rappers like what the fuck you got a deal for. When I was ass out with my funds low, was nice to know I had the whole world in my front door. Hey, I'ma put us all on the map. Hey, gone and I ain't looking back. Yeah, I know they gon' feel it like they tank on me. I promise, baby, you can bet the bank on me. Cause ain't nobody tell me what I ain't gon' be no more. You thinking I'ma fall, don't be so sure. I wish somebody made guidelines on how to get up off the sideline. I made it to the rack even though they try to box me out. I got the key to the game, they try to lock me out. But what they don't understand is this is all planned. It's a bigger picture and you can't Photoshop me out. Some nigga asked me why Jay never shout me out like I'm supposed to give a fuck. Don't you know that I be out in France where the fans throw their hands like Pacquiao? Not cause my looks, cause my hooks can knock Rocky out. And my lines is designed from the heart. Young Simba been a line from the start. Dumb niggas, y'all been lying from the start. My life like a movie, truly. And these niggas is dying for the part. But you never play me like LeBron versus Jordan. 20 years, wonder who they gon' say was more important. Both changed the game, came through and made a lane. Who's to say that who's great? All we know they ain't the same. Hey, I'ma put us all on the map. I'm gone and I ain't looking back. I know they gon' feel it like they tanked on me. I promise, baby, you can bet the bank on me. Cause ain't nobody tell me what I ain't gon' be no more. You thinking I'ma fall, don't be so sure. I wish somebody made guidelines on how to get up off the sideline.
Welcome back to the show. You're listening to TK in the AM on Bonfire Radio. Our guest, D-Lo Slaughter, at Creative Weirdo on social media. I want to jump in the chat room real quick. Shout out to Chalet Lady 7. She said, when I used to write for iHeart Dilla and Soul Bounce, I got both those gigs from social media. I had the audacity to believe in my dopeness back then. You have to be fearless when you go for yours. Word. And she's inspired today. She said, I'm loving this interview, reminding me of so many amazing things. Word up, yo. Woo, child.
That's good.
Let's see. And we got some affirmations. Do not despair, fam. We're going to do your affirmations in a few, but I want to keep talking to D-Lo right now. You're from Minnesota.
Indeed.
And there's things happening in Minnesota.
At the moment.
Tell us what's going on.
So right now, the Black Lives Movement is going on back at home in my community, not just in Minneapolis or Minnesota. No, this is going on where I graduated school from, where my brother stayed 2 blocks away from. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like where I walk down all the time. And the police, well, this is just the information that I got. I don't know all the details, but they say that this 24-year-old Jamar was handcuffed by the police. You know, they got called to the club, wherever was going on. They handcuffed him and shot him in the back of his head. That was, you know what I'm saying? And I'm already tired of this whole police killing us. Like, it's so much stuff that I want to say, but I know I just can't do what I want to do as far on that point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I'm a fighter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just going to sit back while you do this to my people. I'm not like, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And right now it's kind of like, be smart about it. Be smart about what you say now, because I speak how I feel. You know, I express how I feel, like, and how I feel right now. Like, I don't like seeing my people get killed like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because they got to see another way. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else is going to show them that, all right, listen, get out this position as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? You may be born in it. This may be the lifestyle that you know, but it's not the only lifestyle out there. I mean, you can be more. And I mean, I wasn't getting it growing up, so I had to become that. But that's the thing is,
how do you? Because like I think a lot of us have something in common here. Because it's one level to be like, oh, I'm inspired and my family inspired me or my people inspired me. But there's some people that just become that. They become that. Like you said, you had to find. How do you dig out of like not even knowing that existed, like that was an option, to now, okay, well, you know what? I got to be smart about my words. I have to come out of my comfort zone. Yeah. When did you start realizing that you just had to do these things yourself? Like you had to motivate yourself, self-motivation.
I do everything by myself, you know what I'm saying? So, it's second nature. That's all I can say. It's second nature for me to think it through fast and logically. Like, you know, you know your rights from wrong, you know what I'm saying? Right. But sometimes you pull yourself away from it just because you still just want to do that other thing, you know? Yeah. And I still have those moments too, but there's still not nothing that's going to drag me away from my destination. You know, it may detour me a little bit, or they may make the road a little bit shaky, but I'm still headed in that same direction. Yeah. So you pretty much just, whatever you do, just make sure you ain't taking yourself backwards. You know, and you know, express how you feel, say what you want, but just don't take yourself backwards. And with my movements, I mean, I'm here alone. You know what I'm saying? I got to be smart about what I do. I don't have any family here. I don't have like, I'm really like I'm an alien to this place. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knows me. I pretty much can tell you guys anything I want to, and you believe me.
Yeah.
It's at that position. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you have to tell yourself that too. Tell yourself whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And believe it.
100%. Yo, I'm wondering, because Black Lives Matter, right? And somebody sent me this story yesterday, and it's just, to me, it proves, and it made me think of when you said you met Rakim, and he was just like this dude, puffy jacket, Timbs, you know, like.
Yeah.
People think that how you dress or whatever, it matters in this scope of like all these racial things that are happening to people. And yesterday, somebody sent me this story. Harvard Law School, they have the photos of all the professors, right? All the different professors, and there's black ones and there's white ones. Somebody decided to go down the hall and put black tape over all the black professors' faces.
Oh yeah,
and like basically X them out. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm like, everybody was so worried how they dress, how they look, if you pulled up your pants or whatever. These are Harvard law professors. Mm-hmm. All they do is wear suits and ties. You're not immune. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just got that, and I'm just like, I'm tired too, bro.
Well, I mean, the conversation too about clothes and gear. We have to start always behaving and believing and knowing and owning our greatness, owning what we can do, and stop thinking or stop seeing the world through the lens of people that don't like us or hate us. And stop having these conversations about whether or not the clothes matter. We know at the end of the day it has nothing to do with shit. And it's another conversation that we get into interpersonally, where we're like, oh, well, you should pull up. You only saying that because this fucking cracker said the shit.
Right.
You're not saying the shit because you really believe that. And then we get diverted. Our attention goes into something that has nothing to do with our power, our strengths, our power of resource, our power of mentality, finances, our power of love. Mm-hmm. We start talking about shit that don't mean shit.
Right.
Because we see enough proof. You know what I mean? We've got to have enough strength, like you said, to think logically when it comes to certain things and stop having these fucking discussions that don't mean shit. You know what I mean? And like I said, you know, like it's self-love, it's loving yourself, it's loving your people, and understanding that. And understanding, too, that only a person that is worth something that has a mighty value would be someone that they would want to take down. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you're not really worth shit to the world, honestly, let's just be real. If you don't really contribute much, nobody's fucking with you.
Word.
They'll let you just deteriorate and just go whatever. But if you're a mighty being and someone is afraid of you, afraid of your power, afraid of you knowing something about yourself and maybe waking the fuck up, they gonna keep fucking with you so you don't wake up.
Right.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's enough proof to me that I'm doing something right. You fucking with me.
And now all of everybody woke now. Yeah. All the colleges now. You don't get to just take these kids' money and not give them a quality education, quality of life, because you take the money. That's where you live. When you go to live in the dorms and shit. Like, so all the schools that's doing their protests, I'm with it. Yeah, I'm with it, yo.
They trying to hit you with the distractions, though.
Yeah, they are. They really going hard. They're going hard.
Go take what's yours.
Ooh, people said tabernacle.
Don't ask for it. Don't get into that. Take what's yours.
Oh man, you know what, guys? It's almost our time. I wanted to jump in with.
And there's a difference between taking what's yours and having a decision what's owed to you. Something is owed to you if you've paid into something.
Right.
You're not owed nothing by your enemy. You know what I mean? So this idea of we need to get this back no, nigga, we fucked up in the game. That's like our reality. If you came into the reality of not having shit and you had an enemy and that enemy shit on you, there's other people that said, fuck that, we're gonna cut our enemy's head the fuck off. There's a different mentality between expecting your enemy to repay you for some shit they did to you. They're your enemy. That's what they do.
That's their job.
Go cut your fucking enemy's head off and take his shit.
They're really good at their job.
Don't ask him for his shit. Don't ask him to return nothing to you. No, cut his fucking head off and take his shit. Go take his mansion, run up in his shit, and take all his jewelry and whatever it is, his fucking wooden teeth, golden teeth. Take them. But don't ever expect your enemy to give you shit. Or feel bad, or be like, well, I'm a little sick, I don't want to fight today. Nigga, go cut the fucking head off, yo.
Exactly. Trying to make people that don't love you love you.
Go cut their head
Can't
off.
make somebody do what they don't want to do.
Exactly.
No, not at all. It's not fair.
You learn that the hard way.
You know what? Let me do some of these affirmations
But it's
because the
not
chat room is coming
fair.
through real strong. I think
Cut
they
his
What's
head
got
up,
off.
chat room?
they coming through real strong.
Chop a dick
man,
off.
y'all.
Do whatever you gotta do.
Media man Kurt said I needed to hear D-Lo's wisdom today.
Word.
Thanks, bro.
So let's get some wisdom from the chat room, and then you can give
Luminal
us.
theater.
Yes, we'll
I actually want to
discuss.
hear what they have to say. Like, I'm
Yo.
really interested in what they're saying in the
Cut
chat.
a head off.
All right, so let's go. So Remick on the Twitter said, I am focused on being a beautiful soul, inspiring others to laugh and release stress daily. And I can attest to his power for that. He
Yes.
does that. He makes people laugh and he does it daily. Shout out to Donna J in the mix with Donna J. She said, I'm affirming to just do. My potential is unlimited and I'm sharing my greatness with the world instead of hoarding it to myself.
Word.
Woo!
Like,
Word
like
up,
Nike
yo.
say, just do it.
Just do it. Chalet Lady said, I affirm that as I face down my trials, not to forget how far I've come and that I did not get here alone. I affirm to remember that bravery isn't about the lack of fear, but the decision to move forward anyway. I affirm to always feel my feelings. Shout out to TK. Yeah, girl, feel your feelings. But not allow myself to be consumed by them. Triumph can be found in the valley as well as on the peak of the mountain.
Wow.
Sometimes simply understanding that getting back up to face another day is reason enough to give thanks. Life is hard as hell, but
Yeah.
it can also be beautiful too.
Word.
If we can silence the world, even if just for a moment. Okay, yes, all that. I affirm to hold on to what matters and toss out what weighs me down. Love really can make it better.
Word.
Woo, biblical steez. Thank you, Chalet Lady. You did that.
Cut them heads off.
Yes. And also she said that she wasn't familiar with you, but now she knows you and she's thanking you for what you do and what you share.
Thank you.
Yo, so at your tender young age, I don't know what it is and I don't want to say
My
because it's gonna
birthday
make me
just
think
passed.
about it.
Nah, I'm gonna say it. My
You
birthday
gonna
was
say
on the
it?
16th of November.
Proud of it.
And I just turned 26.
What? Happy
Yes,
birthday,
sir.
D-Lo.
Thank you very much. Yo, and on that note, my mama's birthday on Monday.
Yes.
And on that note, my daddy birthday today. So happy birthday to my dad, Slaughter G. Happy birthday. I love my parents equally. I love that.
Happy birthday, Team Slaughter. Yo, let's get free. Said I affirm to keep moving forward. I've continued doing what I'm doing, and now here I am, truly happy. I can't wait to see what's next as I power through.
Word
what?
up.
Yo, so it's just about our time, but I just feel like I want to let the people know where they can find you, what's happening next. You said you made a decision today. What happened? Inspire the people. What did you decide to do today?
Let's see.
What it look like?
All right, so this is what happens, people. This is a part of the road that you have to take sometimes. So at work, I work today. I was
Today-
supposed to.
today
I was supposed to work.
You wasn't supposed to be here.
I wasn't supposed to be here, but yesterday my auntie called me. She's like, "Yeah, I can't make it to New York, but you want to come to Philly tomorrow?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, all right." So I'm thinking. I already told my manager, "Yo, I might leave early because my auntie want me to come up and she's gonna bring me to Philly." So he's like, "All right," and I was like, "Cool." So I put that in his ear. I got to the crib. TK hit me up on Facebook like, "Yo, we need your energy on the station tomorrow." I'm just like, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I knew you had a morning show, and I knew I needed to be at work right now. Yo, if you are a business owner, you know what I'm saying, if you got your galleries popping, holla at your boy. A brother might be out of a job after today, but you know what I'm saying? You got to go out on faith, man. Like, I feel like this would be a good opportunity for me. And I know y'all good people, and I know how y'all audience is, and I feel like I can give them something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if I was at work, you know what I'm saying, I will only be thinking about being here. So whatever happens after this, I got faith in God. I got faith in myself. I may still have my job, but if I don't, holla at a player.
Holla at a player, please holla at a player.
Word up.
Because it
tell
ain't
you.
cheap living up in New York. You know what I'm
No.
saying? You got your transportation, you got rent. You got just going outside and spending money because you outside. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
can't
just because you out,
can't just
son,
not have a job here.
you literally step outside and you gotta come out your pockets
It
for
costs
You gotta
something.
come out your pockets for
fucking costs
something.
something.
Son, I
Take
went
that
to get
one
a
deep breath, like 75 cents right
75
there.
cents. Yo, the chat room said, "We the people said you did, brother, and it's been received. Thanks for the jewels." Chalet said, "You shared so much life today. That positive energy will come right back to you." And I think today's show was a lesson in just that, like karma and just sending energy out. And I had some real low energy vibes this week.
Yeah,
super.
I did too.
My shit was My shit was manifesting in my work in not a positive way, and I just like was like, yo, I need to turn this around. How do I turn this around? Well, shout out to Shannon J. Our newest broadcaster. She had some work for me. I met her, and I love to help her with her show. And I know that she brings the joy and the light with her when she comes here. And I said, well, I finna see Shannon, and her energy is gonna help me fix me up a little bit. And I said, let me hit D-Lo, because I know he got the energy that's gonna help me and fix me up a little bit. And then I was like, okay, so now I'm at max level, peak level of peak level blackness right now. I'm feeling myself. Now I need to go send that to someone else. You know. So that's where I was at this week.
Energy is real.
Energy is real. I guess it's time to go and do the affirmations. I'm gonna just say mine since I'm here. My affirmation is to continue cycling that energy out and do better as far as when I'm trying to get out of the funk. Word up. And sometimes like people be like, if you want to talk about it, holler. And sometimes it's like not just like the talking about it shit. Like I just want to stew in my shit for 30 minutes. And I want you to accept that and not try to solve some shit for 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just be there for me. Sometimes you just need a nigga to be there. So that's why I affirm being there for other people. Remember we talked about it on Monday, empathy over sympathy. And also just to cycle this energy, you know what I'm saying? Conscious, I'm gonna let you go, and then D-Lo will close it out.
Shit. Well, this, you know what? Just the other night, I put they got this option so that you could put up your whole like discography for a certain percentage. So the other day, I set up all my band camps so you can get all the stuff that I have. Like one band camp has like 11 projects for $5.
It's crazy.
You can get that. The Duddy Prude has like 15 projects. You can get it for $5. So my affirmation is for me to get refocused and to promote my work, like my music and my art, make these sales and start getting new fans, and come with a kind of new direction as far as self-promotion, get back on my irconscious.com site and just push my projects like wholeheartedly. Like that's what I'm going to spend my hours doing, pushing my products, pushing my stuff, pushing me.
Self-motivation. Boom.
Because ain't nobody else finna do this shit. Ain't nobody gonna do that shit.
Who gonna do it but you, y'all? Chat roommates. Who gonna do it but you?
Who gonna do it for you? Man.
D-Lo, what's your affirmation? What are you wishing for the world and yourself or whoever? Whomever.
You know, I just really hope that people get to see some type of light out of the situations that they in. You know, because you're not gonna always see it. Like, my affirmation would probably be what I can push out to people, not really for what else I can, get. But, it's just like, I want people to start writing. Writing helped me out. Like, I thought it was just like, I'm not about to write. I'm not about to start a journal. I'm not about to start a diary. I called it a journal. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and it was a journal to my journey. You know what I'm saying? Just write it down so you can look back at it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to see what you overcame. You're going to see how little things was that you made a big deal. And that helps me out, and I need to keep writing. That's my thing. Is that I got to keep writing so I can see the positions that I'm in right now, and then probably a month from now, or 2 months, 6 months, whatever, I can look back at this date and be like, all right, well, I'm glad I made it from that point now. Now I'm at this position. It's hard to look at your growth when you're just saying, okay, I'm going to remember it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You got to write it down.
Step back, look at the mural, man.
You got to write it down. You got to, just put it, when you write, like not texting in your phone, like when you go back to the pen and paper.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you feel those words come out, that's big, because that's putting it into the universe.
Manifest
you got to put it, you got to manifest it, and that's real, because that's the lifestyle that I'm living. And right now I feel like I gave myself, not all the way, but I found my direction. You know what I'm saying? So I want people to, at least try to take some time, go get a clean journal, start off. You know what I'm saying? Just start it. Write how you feel, write what's going on, write what you want, write what you don't want. You know what I'm saying? Push it to the side. You don't want that. So, okay, I let it out, keep it out. You know what I'm saying?
Woo! That's it. Write it out, y'all.
Word up.
Oh, damn, D-Lo. Well, where can they see your beautiful artwork, photography?
Great, guys. Well, check this out. www.FaithFocusFlash.net. That is my website that you can check out. And put the W's in there, okay? Or else you're not going to get the site. Or you can Google me, baby. Hey, I'm Googleable, Mom. Hey, you can Google D-Lo Slaughter. Or you can Google Faith Focus Flash, and you can put those words together. I don't usually write them with a space in there, but you can if you want. So you can Google me. Social media, I am Creative Weirdo. Shout out to all my creative weirdos out there. Be proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Be creative, be weird, be you. Everything else, D-Lo Slaughter or Creative Weirdo. You guys can find me in Brooklyn, New York. If y'all out here, holla at me. If you guys want to do any work, I do videos, I do photography, I do graphic design, I paint, I rap. I'm not a rapper, but I just got bars.
Rap bars.
I can
freestyle. Yeah.
I can freestyle.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm
He could come to your
everywhere.
party and be a great addition to your event.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Invite me out to the parties, you know what I'm saying?
up.
But if you want me to take pictures, you know what I'm saying? I'll
Hit that PayPal.
Online with the PayPal.
Ooh, my pockets, baby. Don't want them bunny ears.
No.
But yeah, you guys can find me on at Creative Weirdo Instagram. Hey, I even got a Snapchat. Hey, y'all can see what I'm doing on Snapchat. Creative Weirdo on there. I think. I don't know exactly how that works as far as like names go on Snapchat. It might be
Child,
Sweet
they'll
Jesus
find
is a
you.
Fire.
Sweet
It might be
Jesus.
that. All right, I don't know. Well,
I can't.
yo,
It's our time.
Yo, shout out to everybody in Minnesota. Yo, keep doing your thing. Minneapolis music, you know what I'm saying? I'm repping home at all times. 612, what it do?
612.
Let's give him one more song.
One
We're
more
going to go out on a song, though.
Thank y'all
Okay.
for having me
I
on
need
too.
that.
Oh,
need
thank
that-
you for coming, man.
That
We needed
Rihanna
that.
corn remix.
The Rihanna corn remix.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yes.
Gonna get that.
And
then we're going to
tonight,
give y'all the tonight bass bars.
Bass Bods Radio with DJ
Yeah.
Temisphere.
From
spinning
Berlin.
That electronic house,
Yeah.
Berlin, European vibes. She cute too. And tomorrow is
this
Mad
song.
Music Saturday. All of our mixed shows
We're having a party.
all day, starting from 1 p.m. and then live Hip Hop and Her Fam at 2.
Are you coming, Dino?
I can't.
We're
Y'all
having a
think it's
party.
right now. Here we
Yo,
go.
TK and the AM giving you 3 reasons to wake up. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday only here on Bonfire Radio.
Genesis B album released tonight at Santos,
Party House, yeah.
hosted by Many Faces.
Like blah, blah, blah. Pay me what you want it. Don't act like you forgot. Bitch better have my money. Bitch better have my money. Pay me what you want it. Bitch better have my. Bitch better have my. Bitch better have my money. Up to Rihanna while the whole club talking wasted. Every time I drop, I am the only thing I play. Yeah. In a drop top to 100, y'all in my rearview mirror racing. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Like blah blah blah. Louis 13 and it's all on me, nigga. You just want a shot. Kamikaze, if you think that you gon' knock me off the top. Your wife in the backseat of my brand new foreign car. Don't act like you forgot. I call the shots. Like blah blah blah. Pay me what you want it. Don't act like you forgot. Bitch better